Hey guys! Guess what season it is? It's my favorite season. Pumpkin season. I'm going pumpkin recipe crazy right now. So I'm running out of pumpkin puree left and right, and then I realized, why don't I just make fresh, natural, straight from the pumpkin puree instead of getting it from the can? Because to be honest, I think the one from the can kind of tastes like a can. Wouldn't you think? Mm-hmm. You think so? Mm-hmm. Yeah? She agrees. So today, should I scoot closer to you so we can be together? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Today, we're going to show you how to roast these bad boys and to make fresh pumpkin puree. And then you can have it all season long. And if you're like me, who has a little baby who's going to be eating in a few months, you can have fresh puree from the season, and then it'll be ready for them when they're ready to eat too. So I think that sounds like a good idea. Should we show them how to cook pumpkins? Yeah, sounds great. Say, okay. We're gonna get that passy out one way or another, huh? We will. Oh, she said no. No? To begin, we're just gonna start with these teeny little pumpkins. They're not like your typical jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. They're definitely smaller, so fit in the palm of your hand. You can carry them, not too heavy. So I'd grab a couple because you can do a couple at a time, and then that way you have tons of puree, right? So grab a couple pumpkins, little small ones. We're gonna wash them and cut the stems off. That's the first step. Unfortunately, I can't do that with the camera at the same time, so I'm gonna do that and then we'll show you to go from there. Okay, so I wanted to show you the process of cutting off the tops. I haven't cut off a large portion of the top, just like an inch of it, and it's kind of a hard job. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of struggling because my knives aren't that sharp, so take your time. Be careful you don't chop off your fingers in anger. But yeah, that's what we do. We're gonna take the stems off first. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a little intimidated. I've got lots of girls watching me cook. Getting a little nervous. Okay, so the next step, once we have all the tops off of the pumpkin, we're simply going to, well, simply, that's not the right way to say it because it's kind of hard to cut these pumpkins open. So we're going to try our best to cut the pumpkins in half, like so. And then we'll go from there, okay? Mm-hmm. I got an audience, don't I? Mm-hmm. Yep, okay. So the next step is we're going to scoop out the seeds with a spoon and the little stuff in the middle. And you guys, save the seeds. Save them. They're so good. We're going to roast them later. You have to. Roasted pumpkin seeds are amazing. I'm sure you guys know that. So, okay, scoop out the seeds. And then we'll go from there to the next step. Okay, so we've hollowed out the pumpkins like so. And she's mocking me. And here are the seeds. Get your butt over here. Get your bum over here. Don't look at my messy house. Just look at the cute toddler dancing. Okay, so we hauled out the seeds. We put the seeds in a bowl and we're going to save those for later for eating. The next step is you're going to get a baking sheet like so. Doesn't have to be sprayed. And you're going to place the pumpkins face down. I've heard you can do face up, which is totally fine. So either way, I'm not going to get mad. So just place them face down like so. Okay, the pumpkins are ready on the baking sheet, ready to go into the oven. It's a 350-degree oven, and you're going to cook them for 40 to 45 minutes, or until, if you poke them with a fork, it'll be nice and soft. So let's put them in the oven. Okay, the pumpkins are out of the oven, and if you can tell, they darkened on top, and they've sunken in a little, so you know that they're cooked. They're nice and soft, and they cooked for an hour. I know that I said 40 minutes to 45 minutes, but I think these are a little bigger, so they took a little longer. Now I'm just taking off the skins like so. These are done. Here's one of them. I've just been using a spoon. You can use a fork, you can use a knife, you can use whatever. And you just kind of go underneath it and peel it off. Alright? Or you can use your hands, which is easy and you don't have to dirty a utensil. So you can peel it off like so. And then you have this beautiful mess of skins. Alright, so let's peel off those skins. Okay, we are ready for the next step, which is to puree the pumpkins. And before we begin, I want to make note that each pumpkin is different. So no pumpkin is alike, which means that some pumpkins will be kind of mushy and some will be dry. Hence, my tray right here. I have some very mushy ones, and then I have some other ones that seem a little bit more dried out. So that's perfectly normal. If anything, if you think that your puree is like too thick and not as watery, you can add a tablespoon or 2 of water. Or if it's too watery, you can strain it through cheesecloth. So either way, it's manageable. It's fixable. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to make pumpkin puree for you. For when you start eating, huh? When you start eating. Okay, you ready? Let's go. It's really easy. All right, in goes the pumpkin. All right, so I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but it's a little thick in there. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of water and see if that helps maybe thin it out a little bit. Alright, here it is, nice and creamy. I let it blend for about 2 to 3 minutes, and I added 3 tablespoons of water because that was the consistency that I wanted to get. I want it a little more thicker because somebody's crying. I wanted it a little more thicker because I'm saving it for food for Sweet Pea, so I didn't want it too watery. Okay, so this is the finished product of 1 pumpkin. It gets you about 2 cups of pumpkin. It's nice and smooth and creamy. And so I'm going to store it in the freezer, and it can store for about 6 to 8 months. Some people say it can go longer, and you're just going to use a plastic bag and lay it flat in the freezer like so. So here's your plastic bag. You're just going to flatten it out in the plastic bag and then just lay them in the freezer flat, and then you can use them whenever you want, thaw them out. I'm excited because I'm using them for baby food. Okay, so I hope you guys try this out. Let me know. And make your own pumpkin puree. Yay, it's fun. Okay, bye guys.